What's up, everybody? Xavrun here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the King's Dilemma Chronicles. I'm not sure if it's based off the board game. It kind of looks like it is. I never got a chance to play the board game, just never got around to picking it up, so I do want to give this a try. Anyhow, I'll go ahead and read you the information off the Steam page here real quick. It says, lead the King's Council for generations as the consequences of your decisions decide the kingdom's resources and political standings. Form alliances, solve dilemmas, and prepare for the final uprising that was foretold by an ancient prophecy. It's a interactive RPG from what I see from it. It's published and developed by Big Trouble Games, and it's slated to be released around the end of this year. You can go ahead and pick up the demo on Steam as well as wishlist it. Let's go ahead and run through the tutorial. Like I said, I haven't played it. I've looked into the King's Dilemma board game. It looked really interesting. Again, like I said, I've just never gotten around to picking it up. And this looks and seems, from the sound of it, a lot like the board game. So let's go ahead and go through the tutorial, okay? So the map, okay, this is the map of the kingdom. Oh, it's slow. This is the map of the kingdom. From here, you choose your next dilemma from the sidebar or navigating on the map. Change the zoom level between the entire continent and the kingdom of Unkist and the capital city of Libra to reveal the available dilemmas. Okay. And that's kind of what I saw, and that's what I thought the board game looked interesting as well, because it's basically you make decisions, but you got to live with your decisions. And some of the dilemmas that you end up stumbling upon or that end up occurring might be of a fairly mature subject matter. So let's just be prepared for that. Anyways, voting. To solve a dilemma, you use your shield to make the final decision after the council has gone through the voting phase. Power, okay, which is down here. It's 4 of 8, like a playing card. Come on. There we go. Proving the majority is free, but subverting it will cost you shields equal to the difference in votes. I guess that's your power. Between the two sides +1. Be careful, if your power reaches 0, the current reign will end. Resources, okay. These 5 resources represent the status of the kingdom. Influence, the little tower. Wealth is the diamond. Morale, which is the flag. Welfare, which is the wheat. Knowledge, which is the scrolls. Solving a dilemma moves the resources tracks as predicted by the blue and green, or red and blue gauges. Okay, stability. Each time your resource moves, the stability marker, the scales, to the right will follow it. If the stability marker reaches either end of its track, the reign will end. Okay, so we're probably going to lose a lot, but let's give it a go anyways. Momentum. If a resource is moved twice in the same direction, it will move 1 additional step. The icon color will show the last direction that the resource moved. After the second time the resource moves in the same direction, it will gain a momentum marker, so it will move 2 additional steps. Okay? Okay, cool. So if you move it twice, you get 1 additional step, and then if you move it again that direction, you'll end up getting 2 more, or it will move 2 additional steps. So it just keep going up if you kind of want it to go that way. That's kind of cool. So you do build up a momentum. That's really good. Moral alignment. Your moral alignment determines which rewards you will get at the end of your reign. The rewards can be coins, prestige points, and or crave points, which are the solid crowns. The amount awarded depends on the position of the resources at the end of the reign. Okay, let's see. There's a lot to learn here. So, okay, reward area. The resource track highlights the target area to score points with a preview of your rewards based on your current resources and moral alignment. Reward area. Okay. Come on. The resource track highlights the target area to score points with a preview of your rewards based on your current resources and morale alignment. Extremist. With the extremist morale alignment, you'll have to maximize the distance between the highest and lowest resources on the tracks to receive reward in coins. Time counter. With each dilemma, The time counter on the right will increase. When it reaches a space identified by the coin, the king has a 50% chance of dying or 100% chance if it reaches the final space. All right, so we could definitely die here. The new council composition. Let's go ahead and slide this down again. With the king, when the king dies, the council's new composition is randomly chosen from among all houses, choosing your heir. At the end of the reign, you'll have to choose a moral alignment for your heir to head the council, to the head of the council. The longer reign, the more morale alignment will be available. If the reign lasts less than 3 dilemmas, you will not receive any rewards, and you keep the same morale alignment. The end of the reign. At the end of the reign, each reign, you will gain additional coins and crave. I'm assuming that's what that is, depending on what caused the reign to end. Sorry. If the king abdicated and the stability marker is at the top, you gain 1 crown. If the king was disposed and stability marker is at the bottom, you gain 1 crave. And if the king died, you gain 1 of each. Okay. Preparations. Spend your prestige and crave points to prepare for the uprising. Each preparation shows its reward and the required number of reigns to be completed. Rewards are collected at the beginning of each reign after you complete the preparation. Additionally, most preparations unlock a dilemma that we'll face in the uprising. So it sounds really interesting so far. There's a lot to it, that's for sure. This table summarizes the preparation types and their rewards. You will unlock more preparations as you progress through the campaign, so visit the screen frequently to prepare for the big battle that is to come. You won't be able to unlock all of the preparations in a single playthrough, as some will be locked out depending on the choices you make, and some might also be locked out because, it's a demo. So yeah, that was the preparations and the houses. Okay. Manage the council and review information about the houses of the kingdom here. Spend coins to replace council members and to form alliances when your relationship level with another house is maxed out. Okay, so you can align with more than just one council, it looks like, or one kingdom. Pardon me. That was alliances, I think. Oh no, that was houses. Okay, alliance. If you form an alliance with another house, your total power increases by 1. Alliances have other benefits, such as reducing the cost of corruption and the cost of replacing council members. Costs are increased for enemies. So it looks like you could play try to go with the good route, but sometimes you're gonna have to make bad decisions. And sometimes it looks like you could just be a straight evil ass king, you know what I mean? And just destroy, just be a complete jerk. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. So we'll have to go through different phases of the game. That's nice because that definitely signifies that there's a good chance that there's a nice replayability to the game. So let's go ahead and scroll this the rest of the way down. Relationships with the council. When you vote against the council member, your relationship will worsen and they will eventually become your enemy. Voting in accord with the council members will improve your relationship, and if it reaches the maximum level, you can spend coins to form an alliance. Okay. Corruption. Spend coins to corrupt the council members, or to corrupt a council member and change their vote. The cost of corruption will increase each time. Use corruption wisely to manage both your relationships and your power. Nice, okay. Goals. With your choices, you can try to achieve the long-term goal of your house and 2 secondary goals. Completing them will grant you more power, plus a bonus of cohesion and dissent points for the uprising. So you get coins for cohesion as well as dissent, it looks like. Unless those are different icons and you just can't really tell. I do have the thing set at its maximum settings. It doesn't have very many settings in the game right now. I don't know if that's something they're going to add more to it, but yeah, I'll go show you here in a second here. Chronicles. Solving certain dilemmas will have a permanent side effect on the kingdom's politics. When this happens, a chronicle will be registered in the table above the resource track. Their effects, either positive or negative, are applied to the corresponding resources at the beginning of every reign. If you manage to completely fill out a column of the Chronicle table with the positive Chronicles, you add 1 power to your pool. Okay. Chronicles, mysteries, okay. Sometimes after solving a dilemma, the scholars of Libra will discover a mystery. Mysteries are important discoveries that shed light on the past kingdoms and civilizations. Each storyline has its own mystery to uncover. Awesome. Archives. The archives collect information about the past reigns as well as all recorded history of the kingdom. Check previous chapters of the story. All recorded chronicles uncovered the mysteries and the encyclopedia that contains the information about the kingdom and the known world. Okay. And then Eclipse. Okay, so this must be the round tracker, I'm assuming. Maybe, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out together. The Eclipse keeps track of the 6 storylines of the King's Dilemma. The Chronicles, advancing with each chapter. When each storyline is completed and the last mystery is uncovered, the eclipse will end and an uprising will start. Okay, so yeah, so there's 6 tracks here. So each time when you get to the end of the eclipse phase, the uprising will begin, and it looks like that's when you go back through to your where was it at? Choosing your heir. You'll start choosing your heir. Then you end your reign. So it does definitely seem very interesting. So let's go ahead and go back. I'll show you right here. Here's the options. This is all you've got so far. You got full screen, VSync, music, sounds, effects, and then your screen resolution. That's it. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm not going to remember all of that stuff. So hopefully we get a option 2. A little tutorial round, so to speak, right? Welcome to the Kingdom of Onkist, a place of daring expeditions, gruesome battles, and arcane mysteries. Located in the northeast continent of Lywick, Onkist is one of the largest kingdoms in the known world, but it's not the only one. Okay. Muir, or Muir. The Kingdom of Muir to the northwest advances both culturally and technologically. Okay. The small and harmless kingdom of Sidlata to the south, with its stingy hands or stingy lands. The Republic of Calpius to the northeast, with commercial abilities beyond imagination. The Kasukian Empire at the distant east, where the emperor lives in opulence while the people struggle. The southern continent, barely explored, is only known for the fierce ivory desert and the tales of legends shared by few foreigners travelers venturing to our lands. Onkist has been enjoying several decades of peace, but less than 2 centuries ago it was divided into many small kingdoms and raider tribes, conquered in a war or united by diplomacy over the centuries to be incorporated into as duchies or marks. Little is known about what happened before this age of fragmentation, but what we know for sure is that all the lands of the known world were ruled by several lost civilizations throughout the ages. What caused these civilizations to fall is unclear. All right. So you're going to assume the role of the head of the council by governing body ruling in the name of the king located in Libra, the capital city of Onkist. Before you begin, take a quick test to determine the house that best suits you, or that suits you best. Okay, let's try it. In a financial crisis, is it moral to sacrifice knowledge in order to save money? No, no way. No, it is not. Is there a continue button? Okay. No. Enter? Space? No? Yeah. Well, looks like we might be stuck here. Let's see. Nay. Nothing? Oh, you gotta click and hold. Okay, I didn't see the progress bar there. Is it okay to restrict certain religious practices that clash with the established cult? I mean, certain religious practices cause more problems than it's worth. So, but the cult, no, absolutely not. I don't think so. If a neighboring country gets invaded, do we step in to support them? That's dependent. It should have another option like, well, it depends on the alignment. But yeah, we could step in and support them. Sure. We'll take the good route this time. We'll do everything, try to do it the right way this time, make sure everything is proper, and then the next reign we'll go through and maybe be the evil king. Which childbirths, with childbirths on decline, do we strongly incentivize families to have children? I mean, yeah. Unless they, I mean, yes, but that's kind of forcing people to have children against their own will. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if they don't want to have children, they're not going to have children, even if they are incentivized. So sure. Torque, the flying pig. All right, choose your house. Torque info. The Marquis of Torque. Hit hard, we can take it. Seeking support from the bigger, richer country to help contain the frequent assaults of raiders coming from beyond its uncertain northern borders, Torque joined the kingdom of Unkist in the year 75. It is a poor place where the central authority struggles to survive, tormented by incursions from the barbaric Skarum tribes that live in the hills at the foot of the Fulafar Mountains. If Libra was and the whole of Unkist can sleep peacefully, they owe it to your brave and proud people forged by many battles and hostile climates of your territory. Thick clouds cover your homeland during the winter, when extremely long nights produce endless horrors. Animal carcasses are found ripped apart in unnatural ways. The remnants of the dark and obscure rituals perpetuated by the ominous cultists are found in the countryside, and shadows agitate the vast forests. Torkans, however, are not intimidated and always react to any threat in the same way, by fighting. The courage and resilience of our warriors is also incarnated in your family. We who have joined its warriors in a battle of the front lines for generations. You often lead hunts for cultists and other horrors to protect the population. Despite your fighting skills, you never find pleasure taking someone's life, and you fight only to defend your people. And that sounds pretty close to kind of the person I am anyways. No one is sent to die in battle lightly, as your population is scarce compared to the vastness of your territory. Everyone does their part in Torque, from the warriors to the priestesses, who often go off to the battlefield to bless the soldiers. In some rare extreme cases, they even join the fight. Your aspiration is that everyone would unite to fight the horrors and the dangers that infest the world, and that the Torkans are left alone to shed their blood to defend it. Okay, let's see what these guys are here. Work is life. Embrace immortality. The Dukes of Gamam. Once an independent kingdom, the Duchy of Gamam was annexed by Ankis in the year 130 after the army of the kingdom that surrounded the capital, the Golden Port. Also known as the Lobster People, you are capable traders and hard workers. You are constantly busy. You spend so much time complaining that you have no time to enjoy the fruits of your work in the prosperous lands. You are obsessed with the fact that life is too short. Gamam people have developed a special sensitivity for beautiful and luxurious things. You take pride in your efficiency and prosperity, and you often complain that you pay too much tax. You feel that your relationship with the central administration of the kingdom is only one way. You give so much to the crown without receiving anything back but taxes. From the outside, you are seen as demanding, arrogant, and fussy, but also elegant and sophisticated. Your capital is clean and secure. All your people, including you and your family, complain that life ends too soon. You would give anything to have more time to enjoy the wealth you accumulate in your hardworking life. I mean, yeah, but that's just anybody. But I think I'm gonna go with the Torque. They seem a little bit more up my alley here. I forgot you had to click a hole. My bad. A group of scholars in Libra recently discovered that the ancient chronicles often blame a black circle, a dark rising sun, a cursed eclipse, or other similar images for causing the demise of many past empires. After observing similar clues in recent years, historians started speculating about the existence of a secret society that has been leading civilizations to oblivion for centuries. The organization is referred to as the Black Dawn. Some think they are a force of chaos. Others view them as an engine to create for creative destruction, and some view them as the heralds for the new dawn, harbingers of progress and change. Whatever their true nature is, it seems that they were here before and will outlive the Unkissed. Some wonder about their role in our kingdom, and time will only tell if they are truly a threat. As the head of the council, you have the power to shape the future of the kingdom, but the Black Dawn is lurking in the shadows. Its existence is threatening and yet intriguing. See, now that sounds kind of interesting because, next playthrough, or whenever it happens, we'll do the Evil King run through, and when we go that route, maybe we can ally with the Black Dawn. It sounds very, very interesting. Your role is to inform the king about decisions of the council, but it is within the power to alter them if so you wish, provided you have enough power. It's time to begin. A new king is about to be crowned. How will the future of Unkist unfold? Let's find out. The King's Dilemma. The trumpets strike three rising notes, and 81 doves are released as Herald 5 is crowned king by prior mother of the cult. Okay. So we are technically the cult leader. So we are big government, and we've got to deal with big religion and other crap that kind of coincides with it. The people erupt in a cheer of joy. Our hopes of enduring prosperity are renewed with a new king. Foreign dignitaries from Kasuk, Kupius, Sidlata, and Mir crowd the royal castle to evaluate the new king and win his favor. The ceremony is followed by a feast lasting 3 days and nights along all the streets of Libra, our capital city. I'm going to call it Liberia. A week later, sitting on his throne behind the ground chiseled door for the council room, the new king addresses us for the first time. Any authority is flickering, and power can be blessed or a curse, or a blessing or a curse for those on whom it is exercised, he says. After a long pause, he adds, ruling is an unsolvable dilemma. Let's add that to the archives. Sure. So this must be first phase of the eclipse. All right, so let's check this out. The King's Dilemma, City of Tents. What do we got here? Unkissed. Torque. There's our people here. There's our big guys. What's this doing? Okay. Libra. There's no dilemmas here. World. Okay. The King's Dilemma 3, City of Tents. Okay, let's see what this dilemma includes here. The King's Dilemma. Morano, a rich merchant from the remote desert city called the City of Tents, wants to negotiate a lucrative trade agreement. Among his samples of goods is a slave concubine in chains. He claims the woman comes from a desert temple that allegedly hides the golden map and fabled item we have been seeking for decades. Many of our people are against slavery. Do we force Morano, the rich merchant, to free the slave? Yes. Where's my yes button at? Yay. Yeah. We can't tolerate slavery. We force the merchant to free his concubine and send him away. Yes, absolutely. This compromised our trade agreement, but our people rejoice that we stood up for that poor woman. Of course. Many are excited at the prospect that she may reveal the location of a mythical golden map. Legends say it can lead to an endless fountain of liquid gold. But here's the deal, like, we freed her, so there's still a good chance that, I mean, I'm not sure how the stories go, but there's a good chance that maybe it comes back to benefit us in the end. Your choice to free the merchant slaves compromised our relationship with the southern desert lands before it even started. That's okay. We got influence, though. Add it to archives. Sure. A visit reward. Sarah, the woman freed from slavery, comes from a remote temple of the mother in the south of the Marudi, which we call the Ivory Desert. She says the golden map is guarded by this temple. Sarah was kidnapped and enslaved by her former master while visiting the city of Tens. Her story becomes quite popular in the kingdom and spurs bursts of interest in the unexplored southern continent that she calls Confurta. Sarah claims that this is the land where the ancient Sabaean League once prospered and fell. Our scholars immediately started preparing a caravan to retrieve the golden map and take Sarah back home, but traversing the Ivory Desert, famous for the tempests of burning white sand, will not be easy. All right. Ooh, okay. So our trade went down, but a couple other things went up. Now, do we go to the Ivory Desert? Is there something we do here? King's Dilemma 1. Oh, wow. So we skip straight to 3. Let's find out what happens here. My bad. The King's Dilemma. The Royal Marshal reports to us that 3 windmills are set on fire last night along the road between Libra and the Golden Harbor. The affected millers are asking for help to rebuild their windmills. Do we fund the reconstruction of the damaged windmills? Yeah, absolutely. That could help us out too. With the monetary help of the crown, a small squad of carpenters is hired to rebuild the burned out windmills with the most advanced techniques as well are available. After the work, we are informed that they noticed the smell of an unknown alchemical substance at all 3 locations. Okay. Let's go to Torque. That's still with our own dilemma, right? High Commander has received a message that from our soldiers stationed at the troublesome northern border of the Mark of Torque, Scarum. Scarum smugglers are offering to provide us large quantities of red iron, a strange metal that can break even the strongest steel. Okay, sure. The army wants a majority of it, but there's a lot of money to be made by trading it. Do we reserve the red iron, a strong metal, for the army? Yeah. Yeah, let's save it. Let's just kind of, I guess we're going with the whole let's say yes to everything, right? So far, anyways. A strong economy requires a strong army to protect it. The High Commander contracts the smuggler to establish the operation. The steady flow of red iron from the mostly unexplored lands of Fulafar Mountains is supplied directly to the smiths of the army, with only a little remaining for our merchants. The Scarlet Tide. To thank the king for his prosperous business, the smugglers gift him a masterful red iron sword named Scarlet Tide. Ooh, that's kind of beautiful, isn't it? The army soon elects the blade as its symbol and as a sign of its future power. A significant portion of the imported red iron starts flowing towards the royal army. The military smiths begin experimenting with new ways of working with this sturdy metal. Because of its exceptional sturdiness, red iron is difficult to mold into weapons and armor, but few blades are forged for the most elite regiments. Add to archives. Yes, sir. So everything's going up except for our money. It looks like we're kind of working on Ooh, okay. We got a new dilemma in Libra. Let's see. I like this game so far. It's really, really fun. Definitely an interesting take. I'm not, like I said, I haven't actually played the King's Dilemma board game, but I have looked into it. It really seems to be there alongside of it. If any of you guys know whether or not this is based absolutely off the board game, which I'm pretty sure it is, let me know in the comments. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this. And then, I guess after we solve this dilemma, we'll choose where we go next time. So leave me a comment. Let me know exactly where we want to go. Do we want to solve some more of the dilemmas in Torque? Or do we want to go and start solving dilemmas or dealing with dilemmas in the Ivory Desert? So yeah, just leave me a comment. Let me know. Let me see. Libraries University. Upon inspecting the first weapons made with the red iron, the chief doctor of the Royal Army realized it would be a wonderful material for medical equipment. As it is, sturdy, even when thin. Some say we should suggest prioritize forging swords over scalpels, but our medical knowledge could vastly benefit from such a superior tool. Do we prioritize... Well, do we prioritize for medical use? I mean, yes and no. So here's my thoughts on this, right? Medically would be good because better medical equipment means better healing and stuff like that, right? But if we do it, it might benefit us, right? But at the same time, having better weapons for war means potentially inflicting more damage, and inflicting more damage means we won't need the medical as much. I mean, as long as we have good troops with good weapons and good training, medication and doctors in general are going to be needed. You know, you're not going to go into a battle and somebody's not going to not get hurt, right? There's bound to be an injury somewhere along the lines. Injury, illness, infection, things like that. I don't know. I'm going to go with the weapons. Me personally, I think better troops with better weapons minimizes the need for doctors. However, having the better medical equipment for the people, because it's not just soldiers, right? I got to deal with all the people from Torque itself, all the Torquians. So our people having better medical knowledge could actually benefit us way more. Keeping our people alive is more important than giving death to our enemies. We prioritize the use of what little red iron we have for medical tools to benefit everyone. All right, well, let's see how well that goes. Still, the army would prefer to wield more offensive tools. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. So it looks like we gained knowledge. The invention of more agile medical tools made with red iron, allowing unmatched precision when incising the human body, brought great enhancements to our medical knowledge. See, and that's really important. I really do think that, you know, medical is a little bit on the more important side of things. Uh-oh, the king was dethroned. Greedy. What? How was that greedy? Two coins for every resource in the upper area of the track. 1 crown for every resource in the lower area of the track. 3 additional coins and 1 additional crown if the central area of the track is empty. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. But I'm greedy, I guess. Didn't seem like I made any greedy decisions, but let's see. Okay, opportunities here. Opportunist. For every crown on a resource in the lower half of the track, 2 are opulent. Do we want to go with opportunist or opulence? I guess here. I guess we go with opulence. It doesn't really seem to suit me, but okay. Anyways, this is where we're gonna go ahead and end it. Let's see what these do here. Archives, Torque, Free the World from Evil, War, Dreadnought, Crimson Bailey. Okay. So do I play stuff here? Oh, I do, okay. So available preparations. Supply, sure. Build a royal treasury room. Research library's geology. Research castle security. And I want to build a food pantry. No, I don't have enough. Wait. That takes 3. Crap, and I've only got 2. Okay, well, we'll save those because I do want to build a food pantry. I think it would be good for our people. Anyhow, I think this is where we're gonna go ahead and end it today. We'll take a look. We'll go more into it tomorrow. Hopefully, there's an autosave function when I quit to menu. Hopefully, it doesn't end and I have to start back over from the beginning, like Brewmastery. I really like that game. I really just wish I had a save option. Anyways, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. Again, this is King's Dilemma. You can get it on Steam. All the information will be in the description below, links included. And again, thank you, and have yourselves a nice day. So after quitting to the menu, yeah, there's no save function. So check out my live channel. It's in my link tree in the description below. It's Xavrun Live. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go over there and play it live so I can get a longer playthrough on this. Because once you quit to menu, it's done. You start right back over from the beginning. There's no load option. So anyways, yeah, again, thank you for stopping by, and have a great day.